if Kathleen was on 4 different devices, but I count them all the same. Okay, let's do a buzzer round check. Lauren, whenever you can, the game code is 811. 811. So let's do a round to start with me, Casa Marzu, as Su Casa Marzu, and that is Joe. Thank you, Ray. Andy. Charlie. Excellent. Daryl. And Michael. Thank you. And Lauren, whenever you have a chance. Thank you. Is the little man with us today or no?
He's in his swing. My mother-in-law's here, so he won't be joining us on camera at least.
Well, that's a shame. All right. That's fine.
Another day, I promise.
Okay. Right. Sounds good. All right. So again, for Jeopardy to start, 1 through 5, we are starting with the Indy 500. The Indy 500. So game board is from 2018. Again, reference point just in case you need it. 2018 game board. Indy 500 for 1 point. In 1992, 5 years after his father won, this junior guy, Little Al, won the race by its closest margin, less than a car length. In 1992, 5 years after... Andy?
Unser.
Unser is correct. Al Unser Jr. Indy 500 for 2 points. The first woman to lead a lap in the race was the 2005 Rookie of the Year. Right?
Who's Danica Patrick?
That is correct for 2 points. After a scary 2017 crash, both men walked away thanks in part to the Hans device. The acronym Hans refers to these 2 body parts. After a scary 2017 crash. Andy?
Head and neck.
That is correct for 3 points. You're now out of this category. For 4 points, this nickname for the Speedway comes from the material. Ray?
What is the Brickyard?
The Brickyard is correct. You are now out of this category. These famous 4 words that open the race were amended when Joe.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
That is correct. Running the category there is me, Casa Marzu, as Su Casa Marzu. We move on next to ZZ Middle. ZZ Middle. 2 Z's coming up in the middle of each correct response. ZZ Middle. I'm stoked. I'm excited. I'm this. Q Miles Dave. Ray.
What is jazzed?
Jazz is correct. Q Miles Davis. ZZ Middle for 2 points. The Mystic Square is a type of one. The Mystics, Joe?
Puzzle?
A puzzle is correct for 2 points. For 3 points, ZZ Middle. Spring buds were blooming, but the great one of these of March 1888 was one of the worst ever in American history. Michael?
Blizzard.
Blizzard is correct for 3 points. ZZ Middle. It means gray, usually when referring to hair. It means gray, usually when referring to hair. Michael?
Grizzled.
Grizzled or grizzly would be accepted. Yes, for 4 points. Where the grizzled veteran idea comes from in sports. Let's go to ZZ Middle for 5 points. Sailors in Pirates of the Caribbean movies have been known to shout this joyous exclamation. Ray?
What is huzzah?
Yes, sir. Thank you for acting it out as well. It's what I use when my kids listen to me. I shout huzzah in the living room. Let's go to Geniuses Are Born. Geniuses Are Born. For 1 point, on December 27th, 1822, this Frenchman was born to show the world that microorganisms cause fermentation. Michael?
Pasteur.
That is correct for 1 point. Some of these clues are really bad. He was conducted into the world January 27th, 1756, the same year his father published a manual on playing the violin. He was conducted into the... Ray?
Who's Mozart?
That is correct for 2 points. Geniuses Are Born. Later to take the pen name Richard Saunders, he was born to a poor family in Boston, January 17th, 1706. Later to take the pen name Richard Saunders, He was born to a poor family in Boston, January 1706. Right.
Who's Benjamin Franklin?
That is correct for 3 points. You are now out of this category for 4 points. He was born April 15th, 1452, near a little Tuscan town you wouldn't have otherwise heard of. Joe.
Leonardo da Vinci.
That is correct for 4 points. Geniuses are born. It's certain he was born December 5th, 1901 in Wurzburg, Wurzburg, Germany, 26 years before publishing his famous principle. It's certain he was born December 5th, 1901 in Wurzburg, Germany, 26 years before publishing his famous principle. Andy.
Heisenberg.
That is correct for 5 points. Not made. Not made. Last one was Geniuses Are Born. This is not
M-A-D-E.
It's correct. Not made. M-A-D-E. 1 point. Steinway helped the conservation cause when it stopped using this to make its keys. Ray?
What is ivory?
Ivory is correct for 1 point. Not made. In 2005, the mini model of this was superseded by the Nano. In 2005, Charlie?
iPod.
iPod is correct for 2 points. Not made for 3 points. Atari's not making any more games based on this 1982 Spielberg movie. Joe?
E.T., the extraterrestrial.
That is correct. They ended up burying thousands in a landfill. 8 points. Not made. In 2016, this car company discontinued its $500,000 Phantom Coupe. In 2016, Lauren.
Rolls Royce.
That is correct for 4 points. And not made. From 1969 to 1996, there was always room for the 1, 2, 3 variety from this food brand, but no longer. From 1969 to 1996, there was always room for the 1, 2, 3 variety from this food brand, but no longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A pudding pop? Jello. Jello. All right, we move on to pub trivia. Well, I don't need an Adobe Audition. I need trivia. Okay, here we go. For 3 points, remember, I'll do 5 and 5, answer 2 in each of those 5 for each. In 1965, former test pilot Owen McLaren patented a prototype of the B-01, the basis for a popular line of what? In 1965, former test pilot Owen McLaren patented a prototype of the B-01, the basis for a popular line of what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Baby stroller. A baby stroller. All right, let's continue on here. Everybody knew that one, right? Come on. We go next to praised for her role on the sitcom Up All Night. Christina Applegate first won fame on what TV show? Michael.
Married with Children.
That is correct for 3 points. In what film does Robert De Niro's character say, you, Ray?
I thought you were going to say you talking to me. I'm going to guess Taxi Driver, although I don't know now.
That is incorrect.
Sorry,
Minus
guys.
3 points. We pass it over to the Free Musketeers for a potential steal. I'll finish the clue. In what film does Robert De Niro's character say, you're very good, you?
Ideas. Michael, Daryl. I got nothing.
Nothing. Sorry.
Yeah, I have
Let's
no
let's just
idea.
Pass then.
Pass. Analyze This. Analyze This is the film. All right, continuing on. Closely related to a wallaby and another marsupial, a wallaroo is native to what continent? Right.
What is Australia?
That is correct. Thank you. 3 points. 2 more to go in this round. Very funny. Due to its presumed power over backsliding vegetarians, which meat is referred to as a gateway meat? Joe.
Bacon?
Bacon is correct for 3 points. 1 more to go. By definition, someone who is skirling is playing what type of musical instrument? By definition, someone who is skirling, Skirling, is playing what type of musical instrument? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The bagpipes. The bagpipes. Next set of 5 coming up. I think we've done that. All right. French Impressionist Edgar Degas is famous for his paintings and sculptures depicting what performers? Andy.
Ballerinas.
That is correct. Ballet dancers, ballerinas, works for both. Produced in Germany, Maybach is luxury brand of what? Andy.
Automobile.
That is correct. You are now out for the next few. Published in 2011, Stephen King's 11/22/63 is a time travel novel that centers around what event in Ray?
What is JFK's assassination?
That is correct. 3 more to go. Sorry, 2 more to go. Purdue University is one of the largest public universities in what state? Ray?
What is Indiana?
That is correct. You are now out as well. Last one here. Let's go over to yes. In which comedy does a bratty kid memorably tell Vince Vaughn, "Make me a bicycle, clown"? In which, Charlie?
Wedding Crashers.
That is correct for 3 points. All right, we go back to Jeopardy. It is 61-15. Plenty of points still on the board. And we start with epic fail. Epic fail. That's me whenever trying to pronounce a big word. Epic fail. All right, 2 points. In an ancient epic, a war-weary people foolishly pull this work of the master carpenter Epius inside their city. Andy?
The Trojans.
That is correct. For 4 points. Epic fail. This epic hero triumphantly slays a dragon, but when he deceptively woos and wins Brunhilde, it leads to his death. Ray.
Who's Siegfried?
That is correct for 4 points. Epic fail for 6 points. In the Mayan epic, Popol Popolvuh, the gods' first try at creation fails when the creatures lack this ability. In the Mayan epic, Popol, the gods' first try at creation fails when the creatures lack this ability. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Speech. They lack speech. For epic fail for 8 points. The female knight Britomart gets taken for a man, and much courting trouble ensues in this 1590s Edmund Spenser work. Ray.
What is the Fairy Queen?
That is correct for 8 points. You are now out of this category. In a Mesopotamian epic, this hero rejects the advances of the... Andy?
Gilgamesh.
That is correct for 10 points. New York colleges and universities is our next category. New York colleges and universities. Its school mascot is Otto the Orange. Joe.
Syracuse.
That is correct. Also my wife's alma mater. New York colleges and universities. On the seal of this school in Hamilton, there's a Latin motto and a hand holding a torch, not a tube of toothpaste. Michael.
Colgate.
That is correct. New York colleges and universities for 6 points. In 1917, it awarded the first Pulitzer Prizes. In 1917, it awarded the first Pulitzer Prizes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One of the best journalism schools in the country, Columbia. Columbia University. New York University, colleges and universities. Fordham has two main campuses. One, I'm sorry, I just read the clue fully. Fordham has two main campuses, one in the Bronx and the other at this performing arts complex in Manhattan. Fordham has two main campuses, one in the Bronx and the other at this performing arts complex in Manhattan. 5, 4, Michael.
Lincoln Center.
That is correct for 8 points. The fact that they put the Bronx just upsets me. That's why I paused. I apologize. New York colleges and universities for 10 points. RIT for short. It was one of the first schools to offer an undergraduate degree in software engineering. Andy.
Rensselaer Institute of Technology.
That is incorrect. Rensselaer is RPI, Rensselaer Polytech Institute. This goes to RIT for short. It was one of the first schools to offer an undergraduate degree in software engineering.
Is it Rochester Institute of Technology?
That sounds good to me.
Daryl?
We're so far behind,
Sure.
it may be worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Pass or play?
Let's try Rochester Institute of Technology. Final answer.
That is correct for 10 points.
Good job.
77 to 37 is our score. 2 more Jeopardy categories, and then we go to pub trivia for 6 points apiece. 4-syllable words. 4-syllable words. Everybody ready to count them out? Okay, 4-syllable words. You might fill one out to get a job. You might, Joe?
Application.
That is correct. 4-syllable words for 4 points. Commonplace, or one who walks on the street. Ray.
I was going to say ordinary. I don't think that's right now, but ordinary.
That is incorrect. Minus 4 points. I'll
Okay.
read the clue for the Three Musketeers. Commonplace, or one who walks on the street.
Pedestrian.
Pedestrian. Final answer.
That is correct for 4 points. 4-syllable words, 6 points. The range or territory of a sheriff's authority. The range or Charlie?
Jurisdiction.
That is correct for 6 points. It's the buzzword for providing TMI on social media. It's the buzzword for providing TMI on social media. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Charlie, do you have a guess? Because your face lit up now.
No.
Oversharing. Oversharing. 10 points. This German named dog is alphabetically first among AKC recognized breeds. This German named dog is alphabetically first among AKC recognized breeds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Charlie?
Offenpinscher.
That is correct for 10 points. Don't know what deep recesses of your brain you pulled that out of, but well done. Let's go to sleep. Not actually, it's the category. Let's go to sleep for 2 points. My kids are going to hate me when they're older. 3 daughters, 10, 7. It's just going to be amazing. Sleep for 2 points. Common sleeping positions include the log, the soldier, and this one named for a pre-birth state. Ray.
What is the fetal position?
That is correct. Sleep for 4 points. During REM sleep, the body is almost paralyzed with only a few muscles active, like some in the eye and this dome-shaped one. During REM sleep, the body is almost paralyzed with only a few muscles active. Michael.
The diaphragm.
That is correct for 4 points. Sleep for 6 points. This four-letter pinniped, P-I-N-N-I-P-E-D, pinniped. This 4-letter pinniped can sleep underwater but wakes to surface and breathe. Andy.
Seal.
A seal. Is it pinniped? Am I pronouncing that correct? All right, fantastic. Learn something new every day. That was worth 6. Here comes 8 points. Hormones called leptins are off kilter when you don't get enough sleep, increasing this from the Latin for desire. Hormones called leptins are off kilter when you don't get enough sleep, increasing this from the Latin for desire. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Triple stumper on the show. Appetite. Appetite. Though proverbially to be in the arms of, this deity means to be asleep. He's actually the god of dreams. Though proverbially to be in the arms of, he's actually the god of dreams. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Also, why he offered Neo the red or blue pill. Morpheus. Morpheus. We move on to pub trivia. We have a score of 99 to 45. Still plenty of questions available. Total points do matter, and point differential matters. So we are going to continue on here as we play our pub trivia section. While about 90% of the atoms in the universe are hydrogen, the remaining 10% are mostly all what? Andy.
Helium.
That is correct for 6 points. In 1962, John Glenn became the first American to eat in space when he ate what food out of a tube? In 1962, John Glenn became the first American to eat in space when he ate what food out of a tube? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We now call them squeezy fruits in our house. Applesauce. Applesauce is the answer. What great thinker allegedly, and according to legend, died from stuffing snow into a chicken for an experiment on refrigeration? What great thinker allegedly, and according to legend, died from stuffing snow into a chicken for an experiment on refrigeration? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon. 2 mentions of bacon, just different bacons in this round. Let's see. That's too old and isn't a reference anymore. What European capital's airport is named in honor of its most famous resident, composer Frédéric Chopin? What European capital's airport is named in honor of its famous resident, composer Frédéric Chopin? Chopin. Chopin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warsaw. Warsaw is where the airport is. Before becoming a novelist, what man came up with the ad slogan, "I'm a Toys R Us kid"? Before becoming a novelist, what man came up with the ad slogan, "I'm a Toys R Us kid"? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. James Patterson. James Patterson was in ad copy before becoming a novelist. Next 5 up. Before changing it to Yesterday, Paul McCartney's beloved 1965 song originally began with what odd lyric? Before changing it to Yesterday, Paul McCartney's beloved 1965 song originally began with what odd lyric? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He wrote the music first. First set of lyrics was scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs. 3 more to go. In the 1993 landmark issue of Superman, the Man of Steel dies after a titanic battle with what supervillain? Andy.
Doomsday.
That is correct for 6 points. Known for ubiquitous signs and free ice water, Wall Drug is a famously kitschy tourist trap in what state? Known for ubiquitous signs and free ice water, Wall Drug is a famously kitschy tourist trap in what state? Andy.
South Dakota.
That is correct for 6 points. You are now out of this category. Well done. That won't work. In January 1995, who became the first celebrity to appear in the well-known Milk Mustache ad campaign? In January 1995, Who became the first celebrity to appear in the well-known Milk Mustache ad campaign? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It was Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell was the first to appear. That is the end of today's trivia matchup. 117 to 45. Mikasa Marzu as Sukasa Marzu is victorious. 2 more games to go for each of these teams. Obviously, there are points to be had in both those games, so keep on going. The Free Musketeers. We don't have TPT this afternoon. There is a Pride Month social hour if anybody's available to hop on to that. There is a quiz that is available to be had during that hour. I'll be producing that as well. So if you're there, I will see you there. With that said, back next week with more TPT. Thanks so much for playing, everybody.
Wow. Good games.